Hello, so your writing task for today is very similar to your task on Monday, where you need to be focusing on writing good sentences. But this time we're going to be adding the challenge of using words with prefixes in them. Your sentences don't need to be about anything in particular, but they do need to be including in each one at least one word with a prefix that we have learned this week. Before we set up our books and go through the task for the day, I just want to show you an example of an amazing piece of work by one of the Year 3 students who sent in their sentences from Monday. So this work is from Christoph in CCOL class, and I'm just going to read it out to you, and I want you to follow along the words on the picture, and I want you to see how Christoph has done very nicely structured sentences. So his sentences aren't too long. He made sure to put full stops in frequently whenever it made sense to end the sentence, and he used lots of different types of sentences, for example, exclamations and questions. Let's read it together. If I could have any special talent, I would like to have the power to shapeshift myself into anyone and anything. It would be a fantastic superhuman ability. I would like to shapeshift because I could turn into my cute small dog Butcher. I could also turn into my twin brother. That would be very funny to trick my parents. I always wanted to turn into water because I could play hide and seek without any problem and hide very easily. It would be very interesting to shapeshift into food. I could even eat while I shapeshift into hot yummy pizza. I think it would be extremely dangerous if someone tried to eat me. Would you like to shapeshift? Did you notice how I wasn't running out of breath when I was reading these sentences? That's because Christoph made sure his sentences weren't too long. By dividing up his work into smaller, more concise sentences, it made it easier for me to read and follow along. He also included lots of details about all the things he would do with his special talent. He used some conjunctions, like because, and he used some adverbs, like extremely. He also used some very good adjectives, like hot, yummy pizza, and cute, small dog. So those are almost expanded noun phrases. So the one thing he could work on would be to use more different types of conjunctions. However, overall, I have to say this is a fantastic piece of work. Well done, Christoph, and I hope everybody could learn something from it. So now you've seen an example of some excellent writing, I hope you're ready to have a go at your own writing task today and to see if you can improve the way that you write sentences. Let's begin by writing the date and the LI. Please pause the video if you need more time. The date is the 29th of April 2020, Year 3 writing. Make sure you write the short date, and the LI is to write in complete sentences using words that have prefixes. If you're still watching this video, that means you already have the date and the LI written down, so well done. Now I'm going to show you how you're going to do your task and some examples. The task says, write logical sentences using words with prefixes. Jade and Indigo groups pick 3 prefixes and write 1 sentence for each. Okay, so if you're in the Jade or the Indigo groups, here's all the prefixes that we know, and you're just going to choose 3. If you are not in the Jade or the Indigo group, so everybody else, you need 1 sentence for each prefix, which means you're going to have a sentence for a sentence for super, and a sentence for auto. If you can't think of a prefix word, so if you can't think of a word containing, for example, a word with the prefix auto, remember you can always use a dictionary to help you. If you look up the word auto, the prefix auto in a dictionary, you'll see there's lots of words that begin with the prefix auto, and you can just choose one to use in your sentence. Let's have an example of a sentence using the prefix un. So I am going to So the word that I'm going to use that I know has the prefix un is unhappy. That's an easy word. So here's my sentence. I am very unhappy when it rains because I prefer the sun. So you can see that I've used the word unhappy in the sentence. I've also made sure that I've finished my sentence at the end with a full stop. And I've tried not to write a really long sentence that goes on and on and on for lots of lines. I've tried to keep it just the appropriate length. But it's not too short because I did add a conjunction and a subordinate clause, which adds to the meaning of the sentence overall. So I've got two clauses here. I am very unhappy when it rains. That's actually, I am very unhappy is one clause. When it rains is another clause. Because I prefer the sun is another clause. So I've got three clauses making one sentence, but it's not too long. I've not done hundreds of clauses. I've put a full stop. Let's do one more example. What's a word with super? I know that superhero is a word that has the prefix super in it, because we looked at that in one of the earlier videos this week. So I'm going to say superhero, and I'm going to write a sentence. My favourite superhero is Black Panther because he cares about the environment. There we go, one more sentence using the word with the prefix in it, making sure my sentence isn't too long, but still adding detail by using conjunctions. So it's now time for you to have a go. Remember, if you're in the Jade or the Indigo group, you just need to write 3 sentences with one prefix in each. So just pick your favourite 3 prefixes and try and think of some words with those in them. And if you're not in the Jade or Indigo group, I want at least one sentence for each prefix that's on this list. I look forward to seeing what you come up with. I'm sure you're all going to be very creative. And remember, if you send in your work to the Year 3 email address, you have a chance of having your work shown in a shout-out video, either during lessons or even at the end of the week. Good luck! Pause the video if you need to see the screen to complete your task. And don't forget to send your work to the Year 3 email address.